स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिक। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसति गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे हरे। We are continuing to read the life of Srila Haridasa Thakur. We are on chapter 6, the Lord's Sankirtana. Prior to the Lord's manifestation, upon the birth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur were at the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur. Both of these great Vaishnavas danced in jubilation at the time of the Lord's appearance. However, no one else could understand why those two saintly people were dancing and loudly chanting the holy names. Perception differs from person to person according to physical, mental, intellectual, or spiritual development. For example, a miser's mentality is different than a philanthropist. A child's perception is different than an adult's. A genius will see things differently than a person of ordinary or less than ordinary intelligence. Amongst devotees, spiritual perception will vary according to purity, desire, spiritual attainment, sincerity, and bestowed mercy. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur describes 5 planes of perception: pratyaksha, paroksha, aparoksha, adhokshaja, and aprakrata. Pratyaksha refers to direct perception, literally against the eye. Paroksha means jnana or shastra chakshusha, through the eye of another, or with the eye of knowledge or scripture. Aparoksha, direct spiritual perception or revelation, refers to perception not dependent on the perception of others or one's own material senses. Adhokshaja, perception refers to the level of perception of the inhabitants of Vaikuntha. And aprakrita, perception refers to the level of perceptions of the inhabitants of Goloka Vrindavan. Wow, this is the first time I'm reading this topic. Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur are Mahavishnu, Sadashiv, and Lord Brahma Prahlad, respectively, and by the arrangement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were favored with acute spiritual vision in regard to Mahaprabhu's identity, which was not initially bestowed on others. Furthermore, it was by the plea of these two great personalities that the Lord had agreed to appear. When their prayers were answered, they were notified by the ecstatic condition of their hearts and the supreme arrangement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur, seeing the association of pure Vaishnavas, came to stay in Navadvip, Mayapur, where Sri Advaita Acharya had established a school in the neighborhood of the house of Srivas Pandit. Unfortunately, during the period before Lord Chaitanya manifested himself as the greatest Vaishnava, the Vaishnavas were relentlessly criticized by atheistic persons. During this dark period, Nimai Pandit exhibited his pastimes as a young boy, always engaged in naughtiness. Yet whenever he appeared in the midst of the Vaishnavas, they felt unaccountably blissful in his association. Advaita Acharya knew who the boy was, but to others, Nimai's identity remained hidden. Haridas Thakur continued to associate with Advaita Acharya and other Vaishnavas of Mayapur and incessantly glorified the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord despite all criticism, threats, and opposition, which were almost constant. Next, Gaya. When Nimai Pandit was a teenager and became a renowned scholar and teacher, he noted how distressed the Vaishnavas were. He witnessed how the Vaishnavas were being subjected to almost constant blasphemy and harassment, and he became increasingly concerned for his sincere servant. Vrindavan Das Thakur writes, the Lord thus desired to manifest himself, but he thought he should first visit Gaya. The supreme independent Lord Gaurasundar desired to see the holy place of Gaya. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains, the purport of the Lord's visit to Gaya is as follows. Sri Gaurasundar decided to visit Gaya in order to personally enact the pastimes of accepting the dress of a devotee prior to exhibiting the opulence of being the only shelter of his devotees. Nimai, after performing the Shraddha ceremony for his father, departed for Gaya with many of his students. There, he saw the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu and experienced overwhelming happiness, accompanied by ecstatic symptoms. By his divine arrangement, he met with Ishvara Puri, the great pure Vaishnava, the disciple of Madhavendra Puri, who came in the lineage of the Madhava Sampradaya. In Ishvara Puri's association, Nimai experienced an intense transformation of consciousness. The Lord ascribed this transformation to the influence of Ishvara Puri, whereas Ishvara Puri ascribed Nimai's transformation to the influence of his own divinity. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to manifest himself as an elevated devotee, brimming with spiritual emotion and all the sentiments and symptoms of an exalted pure Vaishnava. After taking initiation from Ishvara Puri, he came back to Mayapur in a completely altered state. Mother Sachi, the Lord's former students, and the other Vaishnavas did not know what to make of this new Nimai Pandit. The Lord exhibited all kinds of spiritual perturbations, and Mother Sachi started to believe that he had gone mad. Srivas Thakur gave assurances to Mother Sachi, to her great relief, that it was not madness but love of God that Nimai was experiencing, one drop of which he wished he could attain. Launyam, the intense eagerness, greed, or covetousness to serve Krishna, is sometimes characterized as a form of madness. In a conversation with Allen Ginsberg, the American beat poet, Srila Prabhupada stated that madness was a qualification for a great devotee or poet. Prabhupada, what is it called? Lunatic? Compact in thought? Chuckles. So a Krishna lover is also another kind of lunatic effect. Allen Ginsberg. I'm slowly developing all qualities except sanity, laughter. Prabhupada, insanity for seeking Krishna, that is required. Yes, unless he became insane after Krishna, just like Lord Chaitanya became. Yes, his worship is to become insane after Krishna. So this is really beautiful section today, what we are reading. I was also thinking that last night with Chaitanya Charitamrita, we were just reading about how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advent happened, the reasons how he is coming, right? So the external reasons were explained and then going on to the internal reasons. So here, whatever we read so far, right, we are looking at Lord Chaitanya's appearance. In the first section, it was explaining about how Advaita Acharya and Haridasa Thakur were already present and they were there. And Advaita Acharya, we know he was worshipping with every day he was worshipping the Tulsi leaves and Ganga Jal. He was offering and he was literally calling the Lord to come here. So that's how the Lord came. And we can see that they both knew truly the identity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But again, everything was hidden. He is the Channa avatar. Nobody knows, nobody kind of knew that he is really the personality of Godhead himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also the way he enacted all these naughty pastimes when he was a little boy, right? There's so many pastimes he would do, troubling all those brahmanas and things like that. So nobody really knew that he is the Lord himself. So that's regarding his appearance. And then the second section here just talked about how he took the form of a devotee, right? So just So that's how, because Vaishnavas, as you saw, that they didn't have a good position in the society and they were chastised, and the Brahmanas did not treat them well. So basically, this incident happens where his father passes away, and then he's going to do the Shraddha ceremony. He goes to Gaya, but that's where he meets with Ishvara Puri. He receives initiation, and there completely he see again he's exhibiting all of these things, but he is the Lord himself. But he comes up like he's the devotee, and then he expresses this madness, insanity completely for Krishna. It is just beautiful the way he does it. So when he comes back, Mother Sachi is also surprised, shocked, like what happened to Nimai? He was, when he went, and now he's come back. He had received initiation, and he taken that loving attraction. He's displaying again. He's displaying all of these characteristics. And Srila Prabhupada is so beautifully saying that in a devotee life also, that's what happens when you're completely attracted to the Lord. It's really like lunatic. You don't, nothing else interests you anymore, because you're constantly thinking of the Lord and you're so attracted to Krishna. That's what it is. So with that, I'd like to end, and Mataji, you can take over chanting. Thank you